So the last time we sat and spoke, there were no beers.
No.
And
this is a big one.
That's what you ordered, and I'm having beer envy because if you just look at the size comparison,
says a lot about us, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't know. But they are already popped, so if you just want to pop yours,
all right, nice, lovely.
And just get
I'm gonna
started.
go out the bottle.
Or you're going bottle?
Yeah,
you made me even look worse now.
Yeah, well, come on.
I'm trying to pour it like a gentleman.
Is that enough for you? Is it?
That's gonna have me bombed by the time this interview's over.
No, cheers,
all right,
cheers.
We'll go beer.
Cheers.
We'll go beer bottle. That's
Good
fine.
to see you.
All right. Mm-hmm. So that's good.
Lovely.
That's
heavy
good
though.
stuff.
It's heavy.
So we're having a beer in New York City right around happy hour. Is there any better place to be than right now?
No, it's just pretty nice. It's pretty, sun's out as well. Because when I first landed in
right
New
in your
York.
face, actually.
Yeah, it's lovely. when I first landed in New York, it was raining a lot. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Well, we're glad you're here. Before we get started with the business, do you really own the leg braces from Forrest Gump, the movie?
Yeah, I think, naturally, like all props, I think that maybe one of three. But yeah, I do.
Why?
I went through a really stupid phase in my life, which we often do, and I just bought loads of stupid stuff.
I was going to say, is that what it's like to just have money to buy whatever you want? You're just like, I'll get it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I was always rubbish in money, before I was in the band and stuff. Anytime, I'd always just spent my week's wages, you know what I mean, by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
So I'd never really been good like that. And I think when I first got into band, I just didn't really know what to do with it, So I just got a bit silly. I got loads of random ones. I got a sword from Kill Bill. It's just random. If anyone comes through my door, they're
Are they displayed anywhere? Like, do you have these leg braces like out somewhere in the home?
That's what I mean. I should. Although it's a bit showy. Ironically, I don't like to be showy, even though I bought these.
I don't know if that's showy. I don't think anybody's coming into your home and be like, oh my God, he's got the leg braces.
Here we go again.
I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, why the hell does he have leg braces on his wall?
They're actually, I need to actually frame them up and make them look nice.
All right. Well, when you get done with the touring and the promo, you can go back and redo the place.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny you saw that.
Let's take a look at the music because we made it. It's finally out. And I want to talk album and everything else you have going on in your life. But this song, when you listen to the lyrics, I noticed it's kind of like a dual meaning. It can represent the relationships you have with people in your life, whether it's a professional relationship, a personal relationship. You evolve as you go along and you meet different types of people and you become a different type of person as you grow older. But the song for me, I think, is more so, and I'm sure for you, I'm guessing, is a relationship you have with your music.
Yeah, and the relationship I have with my fans as well. I've got an incredible relationship with my fans. And when we originally started writing, We Made It, we came up with that was the concept, the title, We Made It. And what did that mean to me at the time? Before we started writing all the lyrics, We Made It as a concept. I just pictured being on my first tour show, and that feels like the feeling of success that I'll feel when I do that. That'll be a collective feeling amongst me and the fans, do you know what I mean? So I was kind of just trying to get that into a song. And in terms of the verse is just trying to draw on, I was at a mad time in my life where my girlfriend was still at university, so I'd go out and see her off the back of just coming off the world tour with the band, you know what I mean? So I was kind of just trying to write that.
Right, and I mean, you've grown and your sound has changed.
Thank you.
And I want to get into the fact that when I'm listening to your older stuff, and should we go again?
Yeah, let's go.
Right,
Yeah. Got to, haven't we? I got a lot to get through.
I'm probably going to burp at some point during this interview.
Definitely.
These are some good beers.
Decent.
I want to discuss the fact that I was listening to some of your older stuff the other day. I was listening to the record with Steve Aoki, and I was listening to Back to You and Miss You. And what I noticed was three completely different sounds. And I couldn't help but wonder, the first time I'm listening to these records, working in radio, you get played by the record company, you should play this on your station, you should play this on your station, and you do. And you think this is what the artist is comfortable doing. And now knowing that wasn't your sound back then, you can notice now you're fully comfortable in what you're doing with the new stuff. But I wonder, as an artist, do you know at that time when you're recording those that that's not what you're comfortable doing? Or are you just kind of led to believe this is the sound you should be putting out?
I think some people might know in the moment, but personally, in that moment, I wasn't originally going to go out on my own because I wasn't ready for the band to finish. Personally, you know what I mean? It came as a bit of a shock to me, so I hadn't even really thought about anything like that. So I'd not been able to think, who am I as an artist? And before I knew it, I was having conversations with Steve Aoki about releasing this song, and the song was great. And it just felt right at the time because there was a lot of dance pop on radio at the time. But looking back in hindsight, I was doing that for someone else or to try and get as much radio play as I could when I wasn't really like following my heart. And I think to a certain degree, look, I really respect those songs. I did some amazing performances with both Steve and BB. But when I look back, I think, you know, I think I'm just better off following my heart and doing what I love, really.
And I'm telling you, that song, Miss You, was killer. I mean, it's a drinking song to me.
Yeah,
I love
that
Miss You.
That was a great video, man.
I think you're going to say I'm a great drinker.
Well, I am. No, yeah, that was a great video. The record label just paid for me to get drunk all day.
I mean, hey,
literally, it was great.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Here we are.
Here we are, still drinking. The fact that when I grew up, radio, pop music at radio, was so different than what it is today. I grew up on Oasis, which we're going to get to in a second, because I'm a huge, huge Oasis fan. But I grew up on Oasis, and I grew up on the Killers and the Amy Winehouses of the world and the Alanis Morissettes. And radio then, at pop music on the radio, is so different than what it is today. And I wonder if, for you, when you're in the band and you're with the boys, the pop music you were putting out then, so completely different than the pop music you're putting out now. So was that hard for you to transition over that? I mean, I'm talking about radio when I was a kid. I'm 36 now. This is over the past like 10, 12 years for you, right? Like,
yeah, well, I say a similar thing about radio myself. Pop radio, as I knew it, you know, was Arctic Monkeys, Oasis, Amy Winehouse. That was the cool side of pop radio. But in terms of the difference between my stuff and the band, it was... I don't know. It was a little bit more self-explanatory. What One Direction was, what we were, what we stood for, the kind of music that we wanted to make, and we all, you know, we knew that the age of our fan base and the kind of things that they liked and the kind of things that we liked, and we originally started out saying we want to do guitar-driven pop music. Now we didn't really get there until the third album, but I think naturally, because when we're writing for the band, there's 4 or 5 people that have to be able to agree with the concept. So it's relatively vague, you know what I mean? So then naturally, when you're going in to write for yourself, you just find yourself being a bit more of a perfectionist. So I think that's where, on a time thing, I've kind of struggled, and where it's been a lot different from the band, because it was just a bit more straightforward for One Direction, you know? And I'd never really asked myself the question, who am I as an artist on my own? So it took me some time working that out, and I had to do that on the job, you know what I mean?
Do you realize how deep you are as an individual thinker and speaker? Like, I'm telling you, because the first time we sat down and talked, I walked away thinking, that was a fantastic interview.
No, I appreciate
you get
that,
more
man.
than you expect to get, and I knew coming in today I was going to get exactly what I'm getting today.
No, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot.
Do you rehearse these answers? Like, do you know what
Do
you're
I
going to get?
No, of course I don't. Of course I don't.
Like in front of a mirror, like I'm going to.
I wouldn't be able to rehearse it this good. You know what I mean?
The album Walls, January 31st, we're getting that,
Yeah.
and I think the plan originally, I mean, no lies, it was 2 years ago. I think we were planning on releasing an album, and there's been all this time, and now it's finally here. That has to be the most energizing, exciting, yet at the same time frightening thing. After all this time, you're finally putting this piece of work out. Are you super protective of? Is this like you finally releasing your baby out into the world? You've held it captive for so long, and now it's time to go.
Yeah, and you know what? Because it's been so long for me as well, and so stop-start at times, the fear's kind of gone. I've got to the stage where I'm just excited just to get this record out, because I listen to the album top to bottom, and it's not that often I'll proper blow my own trumpet, but I was listening to my album and I was thinking, do you know what, this is a good record, this. I'm really proud of this. So I'm just excited for him to hear it now at this stage, because it's been so long, and there's been songs, you know, that I've had for quite a while that I thought, I can't wait for everyone to hear this, and finally that moment's coming. So I feel like I've gone through that whole experience of I hope they like it, or I hope it gets on radio, or whatever it be.
Why Walls?
I'd love to give an interesting answer for it. It's just.
I'd love to get one.
Yeah, there's a song on the album called Walls. Other than Kill My Mind, that's probably my favourite song on the record. I just thought it was quite thought-provoking as a title.
Leaves people wondering a little bit.
Yeah, like yourself.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to wonder, because we didn't get an answer.
There's no reason.
There really is no answer. We're going on a tour. Well, we're not going on a tour. You're going to be going on a tour. That was just announced. How excited are you to get back? And you're hitting a lot of different spots. It's a world tour.
Yeah, man. I'm as excited, to release the album as I am to do the tour dates. Again, that's, in my head, they were the two things that once I got to that stage, I'd really started my career. And, just announcing those things and having them out there as public knowledge now gives me a lot of confidence, man. It makes me really excited about next year, definitely. Because that's the time when all the hard work pays off, you know what I mean? And people, obviously, sometimes you get a bit lonely and that on the road, but you have good people with you. But more than anything, you know, everything you've been working hard for, all the songs you've been writing, and seeing the effect it has on the people, like that's what it's about.
It's visual. I never thought about that. You're like, that's where it really pays off, and that's where it's.
That's where it comes to life. That's where it, you know, that's the payoff. Absolutely.
Everything is all audio until you get out there, and now you're in front of people, and it's not only hearing it, but it's.
And you can feel it and see it. Yeah, man, definitely.
I want to talk Oasis because I am a huge Oasis fan, and I had no idea the inspiration that they had on this until I heard We Made It, and I'm like, this sounds like Liam and Noel Gallagher. This sounds like Oasis. And then I saw a tweet and somebody said, ask him about, Noel writing or co-writing some of the songs. And then I saw something else that said Liam. So I'm confused. Were there both, with both brothers involved with this project? Was it just Liam? How did this work out? First of all, how did you even get any of the Gallaghers to just sit down and talk to you about music?
Well, ironically, I mean, I love Liam, right?
Yeah.
And, I know he's a good lad, obviously, but I do love Liam. And, this song, Walls, it's Walls, actually, the song. I never thought it sounded that similar, but a couple of people flagged it and says one of the melodies sounds similar to...
It's a compliment. It's a true compliment.
But I thought we'll just risk it. Yeah. No one's not going to hear it. You know what I mean? We'll be fine. But anyway, eventually it turns out now we're going to ask him to see, you know, if he'll agree to it and take publish it. And he did, and I thought it was really cool, man. Really sound.
Did you play him some other stuff when you were sitting in the room with him, and how brutally honest was he?
No, I didn't play him any other stuff.
Okay.
I didn't. No, that was all done behind closed doors. But no, I thought it was really cool of him, man. Yeah. I was expecting him to just say no, but it was cool. It was nice.
I met Noel actually a couple of years ago, and I was expecting him to be like, "Get out of my way," but he was the nicest dude. So nice. It was kind of. They say don't meet your heroes, and then when you meet them, and it's kind of like, there wasn't what I thought they were gonna be.
Yeah,
but he was a super nice guy. So I'm digging the Oasis sound.
What's your favorite Oasis song?
So I love Champagne Supernova.
Of course.
Beautiful. I love Don't Look Back in Anger. But there's so many. Like, how do you? What am I gonna say? Wonderwall, and just be the one that says Wonderwall.
Yeah,
that's the common answer.
You kind of did that with Don't Look Back in Anger, but I'll let you off.
Yeah, all right.
I'm joking.
All right.
I'm joking. I just wondered, good band, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did you ever see them live?
No.
Nah, me neither, man.
How weird is that I've met one of them, but I've never actually seen them perform live?
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I know they were. I missed my time, but hopefully someday maybe you can hook me up with one of their numbers.
I wish.
You've been so loyal to Simon Cowell for so long, and we all know he's a brilliant professional business mind when it comes to music. But what is it about him personally that we might not know?
I think it's
earns
just
your loyalty.
I think it's just in my DNA to be. It's really important to me, loyalty. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you know, I hate to make this sound like an episode of The X Factor, but you know, I was 18. I was from a small town, Doncaster, and you know, Simon and Simon's show, it changed my life. You know what I mean? It's the reason I'm sat here now. So it was a bit of a no-brainer for me, really. I just thought, you know, he did all right in One Direction, didn't he? So I thought, yeah, I might as well stick with him. He's a good man. He's got good instincts. He's a proper good
Is
bloke.
He never not in a white V-neck or black V-neck T-shirt?
Every now and then I see him in like some mad like PJs.
Okay.
Yeah, and they kind of don't suit him, but yeah. Anyway.
All right,
and tracky bottoms, I've seen him in sweatpants before as well, which again,
I don't see him as
a bit of a mismatch.
I don't see him as a sweatpants kind of guy.
I think he's trying to be hip and young.
Thank you to Simon for the beers, because apparently he wouldn't be here for the beers, so it's all due to Simon. We talked a couple years ago about fatherhood and how there was a little bit of a surprise on your end that it didn't really change you as an artist. It changed you as a person, but you said maybe somewhere down the line, as the years go on, I'll notice that it does change me as an artist. Are you there yet? Has it changed you yet?
I think, like I said before, it does change you as a person, but in terms of, you know, at the moment, what I write my songs about, you know, a lot of them, and because of the fan base as well, a lot of them, you know, are love songs. So in terms of musically, not yet, again, still not yet. I mean, definitely, I reckon it's made me a better man.
Yeah.
But in terms of a better artist, I don't know.
How fun is fatherhood?
Oh, it's ace, man. He's at such a good age at the moment as well. He'll be 4 in January. He's just amazing, man.
Playing soccer yet?
He's wicked. He is. He likes to lark about with it and that, so I don't like to pressure him too much, although I'm desperate for him to play and be good. Do you know what I mean? He
when
will
he's
be
sleeping
good.
at night, are you going in and be like, play soccer?
Yeah, literally, football. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm saying it wrong. There goes the stupid American saying it incorrectly. Let's talk fan questions, because your fans are so devout, and I want to ask some of these. The first one, Nicole at Loose Sour. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what song would it be?
Oh, that's hard because it's kind of dependent on mood. I'll say Rock and Roll Star Oasis. Always makes you feel good.
Nice, okay. Not Don't Look Back in Anger.
It's still a great song. I was only winding you up there.
Agent of Donnie, of course, Doncaster.
Yeah.
Sude is her name. What is the one thing you find so hard to do, yet seems like it comes so easy to everybody else? I love that question.
What do I find difficult that's easy for everyone else? Oh, texting.
Really?
I am shit with my phone.
Texting?
Yeah. I'm getting a bit better at like calling family and stuff and phoning.
Oh, I
think
texting. Like, actually, getting back to texting somebody. I thought you meant like you don't know how to text somebody.
Oh no, I mean I know how to text.
I mean,
the letters are written in front of me. The letters are written in front of me.
That has not showed you how to text message somebody. I got what you're saying.
I'm just not very good
at getting back to people via text.
Yeah, I am. I'm that guy.
That's okay. That's okay. Leave them wanting more.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Final one, Mar at Happily with Louie. If you could spend 1 hour with an artist from the past, who would it be?
Bob Marley or Amy Winehouse.
Or both.
Or both.
That'd be a party.
Yeah, that would be a party.
That'd be a crazy party.
That'd be pretty fun, yeah.
You'd probably be the most chill.
Definitely.
In that party, I bet.
Definitely.
Halloween costume this year? Do you have a Halloween costume?
I'm not a man for dressing up, I'm not going to lie. There's obviously been times where I felt like I had to because everyone else is. I'm not a man for dressing up. And actually, I think I'm on a flight When is it?
A week from, October 31st.
I don't even know where I am. I don't even know what day it is.
Thursday.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, next
I
Thursday.
probably won't dress up now.
Okay, all right. Fine.
Will you? What's your go-to?
So I have nieces and nephews.
Right.
So I have to. I'm dressing up as a gorilla.
Okay.
And my niece is going to be a banana.
Oh, that's pretty fun, though.
I think my wife's going to go as Jane or Tarzan.
Okay, nice.
We'll see what happens.
That's fun.
What did you have a favorite candy growing up? Like a favorite Halloween candy?
I mean, any English chocolate. I've got my boy Freddie. I've shown him the way with the English chocolate.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to lie, there's some... No, I'm not, honestly, there isn't one good chocolate over in America. Personally, I don't think. So I have to show him the way.
Well, this isn't getting sponsored by Hershey's anytime soon. Cadbury, maybe?
There we go. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Should there be an age cutoff for trick-or-treating? That's the final one. Now, by the way, we were...
There is an age that it's not very cool.
Well, no, so we were with Niall a couple weeks ago, and he said 11 was an okay age. I say 12.
12. I'd say that's around the right mark, yeah. Okay. Yeah, because then I feel like from before you start going like house parties and stuff on Halloween, like 12 to 15, I was talking about it recently, it used to be quite annoying when they're constantly knocking on the door, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you're not in on the action.
When did you stop trick-or-treating?
I'd say around that, 10, about that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Louis Tomlinson, New York City, we got to finish off these beers. So happy you are back with, I'm going to pour it like a gentleman, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's just sitting there. Cheers to you, mate.
Right, cheers, mate.
Sorry
cheers.
I called it soccer, not football.
I'll let you off this one.